everybody, it's your boy Genius with G Squared Tactical out at the range today with the Canik MC9LS. So I did a couple of shorts. I said these were the first shots. Indeed they were. They were the first shots. And one of the magazines last night, I loaded one of them up. Not really sure why, I just did. I think what happened is I was gonna load them up in anticipation of coming to the range today. I got one loaded, got distracted, put everything back in the box, just left it laying where it was, never came back, loaded the other magazine. So off camera, when I was shooting, familiarizing myself a little bit after the first shots of the short that I done, I was doing a couple of shots, and I will put those over. I will lay them over me talking right now. Uh-oh. Not good. Just to be fully transparent, there was on 3 different occasions, I believe, where I had the magazine fully loaded, so 17 rounds, one in the pipe, and I did notice that the magazine that I did not have loaded up overnight was extremely tight. I mean, very extremely tight to get that last round in there, and then when I went to click it in, I really couldn't push it in like that. I had to smack it in. So I wondered if that was going to create an issue. So there's the one that, so the first one I'm gonna shoot will be the one I've already been shooting, so it'll probably be okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So I didn't want anyone to think that I was being dishonest, because when I did that first couple of shorts, I was using that one single magazine. I never even pulled the other magazine. It was still slid down inside of the, mag loader that it came inside of. So, but again, fully transparent, did have that problem. Didn't lock back on the mag. Could have been me. If it continues to be an ongoing problem, I will address it or find out if indeed that is an issue. So they say that this is comparable to, or was to be in competition with, the X Macro. So, and you may or may not know this, but I carry that gun often. I EDC that gun often. So just as feel in the hand. So the X Macro has a deeper, more defined beaver cut back here. It's not quite as thick through the grip. So in the hand, it certainly feels better. Even I switch between large, medium, and small. Either, it doesn't matter how I switch that up, it just feels better in the hand. The X Macro does. Has the same capacity, 17 rounds. So you get 17 plus 1. And I just thought that I don't have another round here with me. This is the magazine that had a few problems when I was shooting off camera, so I'm gonna go grab another round right fast to put one in the pipe with a full magazine to see if it does it again. I swear I think it's just a matter of the magazines being super tight, but we'll do that and then talk a little bit more about how it compares to the X Macro. So now I have one in the pipe, full loaded up 17 round magazine, and it done it 2 or 3 times. Not sure if it's going to do it again. I decided to stop shooting and start filming to see if it would happen real time while I was shooting. But again, it did not happen with this magazine, and I put probably 5 of these maybe through it, filming a couple of shorts, and I had no issues, none at all. But I did have those couple of issues with this magazine that was not loaded all through the night. I swear I do think it was just a tight magazine, but just trying to be completely transparent about everything. So as you can see, it did not do it that time. So now, and I suspected that's what it was. I mean, that magazine was stupid tight to get that last round in there. I did not have to get the mag loader out, but I thought I was gonna have to, but it was super tight. And when I went to try to, see now it's, without it being full, it just pushes right in. But I literally had to slam it in when it had that 17 and then one in the pipe. So, and the magazines loosened up really quick. So back to the X Macro. So the X Macro, my X Macro does have an optic on there, of course. So without putting an optic on here, it really wouldn't be fair to compare. Now, I would prefer maybe them, if they would have put maybe a fiber optic sight up there, like on my XD Mod 3 from Springfield. Really was able to pick that up really well. I'm shooting in the sun right now, and my targets are painted white, so that does make it a little bit difficult to pick up that front sight. Very similar, if not identical, to the original MC9. Still has that striker indicator at the rear, red. Front serrations, rear serrations, very functional. Does have a 3-slot pick rail up front, or rail for your light laser. Does have the same nice large squared off trigger guard, serrated on the front. Same stippling on the grip front sides. Again, 17 round magazine. We will get it on the table and talk more about the weights, heights, lengths, all of that kind of stuff. It is a little bit longer than the X Macro, ever so slightly, and certainly longer than the original MC9. So the slide lock is the only thing on it that is ambi. Looks as though you can switch around the mag release. The mag release can be easily manipulated without really changing your grip. You know that I'm a snob about that. Has the same awesome Canik trigger. You know that I've said often that I believe the Canik has the best, absolutely has the best striker fired stock trigger, just coming straight out the factory stock. Still has that great, phenomenal trigger. And I don't know what, is it as good as the X Macro? Well, I EDC the X Macro because I shoot very well with it. So I do like the sights better on the X Macro. I do. Again, they're both optic ready. So, and they both will flush mount the RMSC shield. I do have a cheap optic with me today. I say cheap, it's a Fox Armory. They sent it to me. I bounce it between firearms. It's always been great. It's never had a problem with it. I just say cheap because it is a budget-friendly optic. I do plan to put that up here, but right now I just want to run it as it came, stock. Let's see, well, I'll shoot on the Texas Star. I'll turn the camera around, let you see that. So it did lock back on that mag, and I'm certain that it locked back on the other one while I was filming the shorts. So it had to have been me riding the slide lock there. Either way, those are not the first rounds. Those are the first 2 magazines. I believe I put 5 through it, filming a couple of shorts, and then 2 mags or so, 3 mags off camera. So that's 2, 5 is 7. Probably 10 magazines at 17 rounds. Not even going to try to figure that math out, but that's how many rounds have been put through it so far. And other than those 2 or 3 little hiccups with that magazine, it's been great so far. So let's put a few more rounds through it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Again, this is just the initial review. I will get it on the table and compare it to the X Macro, talk about what I do and don't like between the 2 of them, and which one I prefer, and whether or not I would EDC this one or not. So let's get to shooting a little more. Also, the magazines are wickable. So I know how everyone loves it when I John Wick a magazine. So I'm gonna see if I can pull that off and then I'll flip it around and let you see the Texas Star. I mean, you know, not bad. Not sure how well I'm gonna do here, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, man. This white dot's a pain to pick up on a white target in the sun. So let's see what we can do. How about that? Brown. All but those couple of what I believe to be a magazine issue, which has straightened itself out, has been completely flawless for us at the range. Today, I'm going to mount my optic up here and we will revisit this gun. So either way, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you know Jesus Christ is your Savior. He will leave the 99 to come and find you because you are that important to him. So if he's looking for you, answer his call. Make sure you know him as your Savior today. The most important thing that you can do. None of this matters at all. This is all fun and icing on the cake, if you will. Make sure you settle that matter today, for today is the day of salvation. Also, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. It's the only way I can continue to keep doing this and hopefully get some sponsors, maybe some people that'll send me some guns. Save me a little bit of money, but you can help out also by going over, checking me out on Patreon. Consider supporting me, $5 a month. Every little bit helps. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Again, I will revisit it. We will get it on the table. Again, thanks so much for watching, and to God be the glory.